Hello, all you Wookiee warriors. How's it going? So we are here doing the review for Assassin's Creed Mirage. Before we get into the review, though, I'd like to ask you guys for a small favor. And if you guys are new to the channel and you guys like my content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as if you guys like the video and you're like, hey, I really like this, I hope to see more, go ahead and hit that like button. As well as if you guys did not like it and you're like, and hit that dislike button. But if you guys hit that dislike button, hopefully you guys will send me a comment, let me know why I got that dislike and I can improve. So, without any further ado, let's get on to the review. So, first things first, you will be playing as Basim. This does flesh out his story a little bit more. I did wish there was a little bit more explaining characters and maybe a little bit more build up with him. But the story, it did serve a very good standing to me. I definitely enjoyed it. This will tie into Valhalla. So if you have not played Valhalla, I would probably recommend you at least playing Valhalla first, or at least watching a video explaining Valhalla first. And I totally went over my head during the stream when I got through the game. I actually had to go watch a video of it being explained, and now I actually kind of got it. But overall, the story was very enjoyable. I mean, it was nice to see, Basim, with his hair down. If you forgive the pun, but not crazy, if that makes any sense. I did like seeing even Rashan, kind of like how she was before we before she met our Valhalla character, Eivor. Now let's get on to, that's the story. Let's get on to how the game played. Did I see any bugs? Yes. So I don't know if I'm going to have the clip in the gameplay video. I don't know if I could. I looked through it. I couldn't find it. But there was a part where my character was hanging up in the air. There was it was more so my fault, but I have to point it out, where my character just kind of stayed stuck in between an area. But the biggest glitch I think I found in the game was I was doing a assassin contract, and so I can get one of the tokens so I can progress through my mission. Found that the mission didn't load properly or progress properly. I tried everything. I even tried going up on YouTube, looking at someone doing it, and following through. Didn't let me do it. So I actually had to reload my previous save to fix the issue, which is not, at least it's fixable, but it shouldn't be there in the first place. So they definitely hope they iron that out. The assassins, excuse me, the assassination characters I really did appreciate. Like, it really, like, a lot of them, like, definitely didn't seem like good people. So it felt like we were back in action. From the first Assassin's Creed. Trying to figure out how to get to this guy. I said this on stream and I'll say it again. I kind of wish they would put in the special assassinations again from Syndicate, because I really enjoyed those. I thought they were really cool. So, like, if I bribed a cook to put this poison in there to weaken the guards or something like that, there's something, or knock out all the guards, and that'd be kind of cool. Combat-wise, it was actually kind of fun. It definitely had, the call to the old Assassin's Creed, where you just kind of you're not supposed to, but you can easily just light attack your whole way through the whole game. But I did appreciate them bringing the two colors, red and gold. So if the enemy flashes red, it means that it's an unblockable attack you need to dodge, versus gold, which you can parry. It does get kind of frustrating, especially when you are fighting multiple enemies. But one of the things I found was OP in combat was the smoke screen, because I could be outmatched with like 7-8 people. I throw a smoke bomb down and I can take out almost all of them relatively easy. The big guys were actually kind of annoying to fight because you had to circle around them, and I guess I should put this as a glitch as well, because I actually dodged a big guy and he still managed to get, like, it kind of like I'm on a safe zone and he managed to grab me, kill me, and then I had to start all over again. I didn't like that. I don't know if that was just a game oversight or what, but that's something I'm definitely pointing out. But I did find the combat was really fun still. Despite some of the issues, I did find it was very fun. Combat mechanics, you're going to find yourself wanting to do the contracts. I didn't really care for them because to me, it felt like busy work. And I didn't like the fact that I had multiple currencies I had to think about. Like, I had the main currency, and then I had, which you mainly just use to buy upgrades. And then, and weapons and armor if one of the vendors has it. Or you had the assassin tokens, merchant tokens, stuff like that, which you use to bribe officials or mercenaries or targets to get them to do. So I don't get it. To me it felt kind of weird because, like, we have, let's say, 1,000,000 Dockrums. Let's just say that. And you're saying the person won't take 500 Dockrums to do what we want? No! That's more valuable. These little tokens, oh yeah, they're worth $1 trillion or something like that, it kind of makes sense to me. Not to mention, I didn't like having multiple currency. It just felt like I had to do a lot of busy work just to get those tokens, and it took me out of the main game. And granted, some of the contracts actually have some cool things you can get from, like, an outfit or a sword or a dagger, but I generally just didn't enjoy doing the contracts. It just felt like I was doing a chore. Because the main story I found was more intriguing. Sorry about my mic. My camera's over here now because on this computer screen, because this is just a little too high. Apologize for that, guys. Trying to think. So we talked about mechanics. Bugs and glitches. I think I talked about that already, but I'm gonna say it again. I only found a few bugs and glitches in the game. Like I said, one where I was hanging up in the air, not actually hanging on a pole or anything like that. It was just midair. Then there was the one with the guard where it felt like I might have been misperceiving it, but like say, here's me, here's the guard, here's my character. And he comes at me. I dodged over here. He was able to grab me from over here and kill me. When I don't think I should have been able to die. Granted, my health was low, but still, you shouldn't have been able to grab me. And then there was, I did an assassin contract because I needed a merchant token, and to complete the last quest, the last real main assassination target, and it wouldn't load. Like, I was stuck. Like, I even went on YouTube to look at someone doing it. I followed their path, get to the area where I needed to. They wouldn't let me progress. So I basically had to reload the save and hoped it worked, and it worked. But that's something I think needs to be addressed in the future, going forward. Those bugs definitely need to be ironed out. But all in all, like the game played relatively well. It didn't lag. It didn't crash. It played relatively well. The graphics, we didn't talk about that. The graphics were absolutely beautiful. Definitely looked like they were a massive improvement from, like, say, if you played Valhalla and you played this, it definitely seems as there's a big improvement on a lot. The main story assassinations, I will say this, all felt really good. I really love doing them, because you have to approach each situation very strategically, because there are more guards, there are more risks involved trying to get in. Say, if you were assassinating someone in a district and it was guarded, you had to sneak past all of them or try to distract them. And all the gizmos are relatively easy, but I think you can only unlock one per stage. Per stage, if you have the materials. Because I had the materials, but it wouldn't let me unlock it. So I think it's one gadget per sequence, or per main assassination. I can't figure. Trying to think. We talked about graphics, story, mechanics, combat. I guess at this junction, it'd be a good point for me to give my final score. Because of the things I did, some of the things I had issues with, which I'm not going to knock all the points off for it. Because there were some bugs in the game, I'm not going to give it a perfect 10. But I overall did enjoy it. It even made me laugh a few times. Like, one really made me laugh hysterically. And I just really wish that some of the characters were fleshed out a little bit more, but it does make sense at the end of the game why they weren't fleshed out, but I wish they were. It would add more, I feel like, emotional depth to the character. A little bit more about Basim. But my final score would be a solid 8 out of 10. It's a good game. But the things I mentioned just keep it from being a perfect 10 out of 10 in my opinion. If they fixed some of the bugs and glitches, I can definitely see putting it up to a 9, maybe a 10. But as it stands now, I'm definitely just going to award it a 8 out of 10, which is not a bad game. My rating system, again, I said this at the end of every video, is based on enjoyment, and I really did enjoy the game. I just think throughout the majority, throughout the streams, I've been tired. But this is definitely not a Unity situation, because I traded Unity in almost right away. It's definitely a good game. If you guys are fans of the Assassin's Creed games, I would highly recommend trying it out. If you guys are just starting the Assassin's Creed franchise, I would highly recommend first going and getting Valhalla and then playing Mirage, because you're not going to understand a lot what's going on in Mirage if you don't play Valhalla. The size of the game, that's something I didn't cover quite yet. The size of the game is relatively comparable, I would say, to like if you're playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and you're playing in Italy. That was pretty much the concept of the map. That's how big the game was. It wasn't a very large game, so they did downsize it from, like, say, Valhalla and Odyssey and Origins. So they did dial that back. They did return to kind of like the older school Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, I think that's about all I got to say on Assassin's Creed Mirage. Again, definitely an 8 out of 10 game. I would recommend checking it out. Or if you're still not sure about it after this review, you guys can go check out a video, or if it's at Redbox, go rent it. It's definitely a worthwhile game to play. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys are new to this new to my channel, you guys want to see more content, and you're like, hey, I like this guy's content, I like this guy's videos, these reviews, these streams, he's got good hair. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell. If you guys like the video and you're like, hey, he did a good job on this review, I think he deserves a thumbs up, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you guys watch the video and you're like, I'm not so sure, this guy, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. But hopefully, if you guys hit that thumbs down, you guys will give me a comment, tell me why I got a thumbs down, and that I will be able to improve the channel. So maybe in the next video, I'll get a thumbs up. I hope you guys all have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are all having a Wookiee-tastic day. And I'll see you all on our next adventure. Till next time. See ya.